This is the Orlando Magic Nation, your source for all things Orlando Magic on YouTube. For Magic fans, by a Magic fan. I'm Edwin Valentine, and I want to thank you very much for clicking on this live stream and spending a little bit of time talking Magic with me. So it's been a rough couple days, I would say, just to say the least, especially if you're one of those people that goes on X. Definitely a kind of a negative time for around the Orlando Magic, just due, of course, to the recent struggles that they've been having. Now, we're going to be going up against a team that we normally are able to play pretty well, and hopefully that's going to be the case again today. But they've been scoring over 128 points, and we're only points per game, and we're only at 114 points per game. So right now, our problem is on the defensive end, and even if you just look at our offense, we doesn't seem like we're able really to keep up all that well. So we're gonna see how things go. Uh, Fingers crossed that they were able to overnight really just kind of get some ideas together on how they're going to be able to slow down the middle ball, because really that's the issue with what's happening right now with the Orlando Magic. It's the point of attack defense that's just not happening in any way. And even when the point guards aren't necessarily having the most efficient games, right? Like Maxi didn't really have, he wasn't over 50% from the field, and neither were Trey Young or even Josh Giddey or any other point guards that we played. But really, it's been them not. It's been us not being able to stop them, and once they penetrate, then they go and then again starts to puncture our defense, and then we're in scramble mode, and then in the end, we're unable to stop anybody, and then we likely foul them, and they get to the free throw line. So a lot of extra free points right now for the teams that are playing the Magic. So we're hoping that that's going to be something that we'll be able to slow down a little bit in this game. Realistically, it's going to be quite difficult. So that's something that we need to just kind of understand about today's game. That it may not be the prettiest at all times, but they're gonna have to scratch and claw and do everything that they can to try to get this victory, because we're already 1-4, and like I said, we really shouldn't be trying to. Not that we're trying to, but we really shouldn't. We should try not to fall too far behind in the standings when it comes in the Eastern Conference. So I think that's going to be the big thing. So, all right, we've got the tip. Luckily, Franz is going to be able to start on this one. So Franz has the ball up top and jump passes, which is something that you really shouldn't be doing as much. No jailing in this game. Up, but AB jump passes. So fun. So we get a turnover right off the bat. The first possession again, just like last night. So hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. One on one, Paulo's able to defend that one. So the Magic have the ball back. Try to run. Franz, being Franz, able to make a nice, easy layup. And Franz has been getting off to a quick start in all of these games. It really is just him sustaining it for 4 quarters. That just hasn't happened really so far. Corner three, they miss, but an offensive rebound. Something that the Magic have been really struggling with, at least in the last couple games, keeping guys off the offensive boards. So AB started since Jalen's out. Over to Franz. Franz is going to draw the foul. AB getting the start instead of Tyus. So I don't know if that's going to who that's going to show the rotation that we're going to be using in this game. We'll see how much Tyus gets. If Tyus is going to be the first man off the bench, if he's going to continue to man the second unit, or if Jace might end up getting some time. Oh. Technological difficulties for me on this one. I lost I lost the feed for yep, lost the feed. So I'm going to refresh that, click on this, check on that, click that, give that to you guys so that you have that on your screen. I'm gonna flip over to the game here, and yeah, that's my boy. If you can hear anything, I'm gonna mute. The wonders of trying to work from home, eh? Just try to get that. All right, so here's the feedback up on your end. I'm trying to catch up on my end. Unfortunately, if it's not one thing, it's another. That's what I'm saying. My everything in the household is pretty much like what the Magic are going through right now. Nothing's working for them, and we're just kind of trying to do our best as we go along. So I don't want. I have to go back because I'd like to give you all the. I get to give you all the. So Franz looks like he hit his two free throws. Over to the rookie center. Franz is not much that Franz can do on that one, so that's fine. He gives up. He gives up that one. But again, it's about penetration, right? Penetration, and then on the back end, it's hard to keep guys off the in the offensive end. AB stroking that three. He had a rough game last game, going 1 of 6, but really AB's done a pretty good job of shooting the threes so far this year. So hopefully that continues. And as I mentioned in the post game of the game last night, was like, yeah, he's 1 for 6, but I don't care. I want him to be aggressive and continue to shoot threes. We need guys to shoot threes. We can't have people just shooting 2 pointers, or we're just gonna miss out on the math. So over to Franz for another three. Ooh, hitting the threes. Franz is doing very well this year on three. So that's another positive sign. So it's not all negative for the beginning of this year so far. Lamelo penetrate, catch and shoot, three on the other end. Again, it's the penetration. I guess that's the rookie. So it's 10-7, Magic lead, 9:22 left in the first. They lead 10-7. Paolo driving. Nice pass from Desmond to Paolo for the 2 point basket. So again, 12-7. Magic lead. 9:09 left in the first. There you go. Again, penetration. Seemed like there we go. We're gonna have. I was gonna say Lamelo. He's such a creative guy, and he's one of those that it seemed that everybody wanted the Magic to get, but I think this type of stuff would drive Jamal Mosley crazy. It drives me crazy when even last game, for whatever reason, Jalen was doing these oop de doo dribbles, and I was like, "What are you doing, bro? Like we don't need that." And it would kill me when Cole last year would just do these little passes. Anyway, Paolo for three. He's really been struggling so far from three, but the offensive rebound for the Magic, good on him to pass out to the corner. AB challenging the big man and is able to get it to go. 14-17 Magic lead with 8:32 left in the first. Let's see. Good job, AB. It was a good job of closing out on. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. So 14-19, 14-9 Magic lead. Ball into AB, and he's able to get that one to go. I love it. I love the aggression from AB. I love the aggression, especially if he's going to be with the starters. He needs to be as if what Jalen. Oh, they're going to call a foul. Is what Jalen would be providing. And right now, actually, Jalen is the fourth option, so he hasn't been scoring very much. But AB's been basically the one or two option so far in this game. So let's see if I can fast forward a little to try to catch up. 16-9, 8 minutes left in the first. LaMelo, far too easy. Well, we got lucky with that missed corner three. Yep. Desmond Bain, I'm surprised that they didn't call that a travel. There we go. Let's see if Paolo Iqbal. We'll fast forward a little bit there. Okay. So it's 16-9, 7:41 left in the first. AB. Oh, why not just shoot it, baby? Uh, drove, was blocked. Back out to Franz. 3 on the clock. Airball. My word for the beginning of the season, though, that I'd hope that Franz would really focus on was shot selection, and he's been really good with his threes so far this year. That's why I think he's shooting a much higher percentage because he's doing it in the flow of the offense. But that one wasn't a great one because he got the ball late in the shot clock. So it's understandable that that one maybe didn't go so well off the dribble, but he hasn't really been shooting off the dribble this year, and I think that's been the good thing of having Desmond on the court with the rest of the guys is that now they don't have to handle the ball as much, and they're able to then just be able to catch and shoot and get the and hopefully get an easier shot because they're more open and they're not having to do it with a hand in their face when they're shooting it off the dribble. So far, it's been okay in that respect. Other than Paolo, unfortunately, Paolo's still struggling when it comes to his catch and shoots right now, and that's just a frustrating bit for him, I'm sure, and it's where we are at with him right now. Let's see, where are we? They're still on timeout. So look real quick at the stats. Update those. So Franz out the gate again quickly. 7 points for Franz. It's good that he was able to start, which is a very big positive for the Magic. We need all hands on deck at the moment to really right this ship. 7 points from Franz. 7 points from AB. Nothing from Wendell or Desmond just as of yet, and Paolo with his 2 points. So I really like the way the offense is flowing at the moment. So we're doing an okay job of that. Here we go. So it's 16-9, 7:26 left in the first. So far, so good, and holding them down. They've missed a couple open shots due to penetration. Then our guys have had to recover, and then they've been open over in the corners, and I think that's been the big concern for all of our collective breaths was we hold them every time because right now guys are just hitting shots left and right on us, and really there's not much that we haven't been able to really do right now in keeping guys from scoring. Like it's been a crazy clip for everyone involved. 13 teams scoring over 120 points so far this season, points per game this so far this season. The Cavs led the league last year with 121. So it's crazy how the scoring has gone. So we'll see what they do. Why is my All right, so we've got a jump ball with the rookie center versus Desmond. I think he's got the advantage on that one. He got the ball back for the Hornets. Knipple over to Lomelo in the corner, shoots a three, misses that one. Good box out by Paulo. Paulo's really been doing a great job driving. Oh, Franz putting a move, dropping guys on the floor. Gets a nice, easy layup on that one. 18-9, 6:56 left in the first. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the play by play in this one, having a bit of technological issues. Unfortunately. So, yeah. So, we'll see if this gets better for me. Otherwise, I may just have to, unfortunately, punt on this. Apologies. That. Where are we right now? Have I been able to catch up? Nope, still frozen. we'll give it another shot. And if it doesn't work, then unfortunately we'll probably have to punt on the watch along, but we will see. So yeah, especially we're hoping that this was a big game really for the Magic. The Magic really needed to cement themselves again in their in the Eastern Conference. So against a team like the Hornets, which haven't traditionally been the best teams, is where we were hoping to be able to do that. Okay, Franz. So I'm going back, Franz, but then they fast break right down. Where is Wendell? I don't even see him at all. So unfortunately, he either didn't run back, but the center got a nice easy dunk there. So 18-11, 6:36 left in the first. AB drives, gives it to Wendell. Wendell's able to get it to go. 2011. Magic coming out. The offense was okay the last game as well, especially in the first half. We just weren't able to hold them in the second half. Turnover, Knipple. Paolo goes and is fouled on the break. So 2011, 6:14 left in the first. Hopefully, we're going to be able to take advantage of some of a young team in this one. Paolo looks like he missed the first. Let's see. Last game really hurt his average. He was up over 80% after the first couple games, and now he's over 2 here. So still 2011, 6:07 left in the third. Yeah, we've played pretty veteran teams so far, at least with one or two veterans that are able to control everything that's happening. All right, missed three by LaMelo. Paulo with the ball, backing down. Another target that everyone talked about. Hopefully, this that might have worked out better for us. Paulo backing in. Noah, nice little sidestep, getting it in. Nice, 22-11. Noah Penda, get it, bro. Okay, Noah gets blown by. They're calling a foul on Noah. So yeah, for forever they were asking for Colin Sexton to be traded to the Magic. Unfortunately, that never happened, but we ended up signing Tyus, which was another one of those one of the targets. He misses the first. Another target that looks like he missed the second. 22-11. Magic still lead. Desmond misses, and Goga comes in. Goga had 10 points last game on just putback dunks, basically. So we got Colin Sexton up. They're playing with LaMelo Ball. That's interesting. Shoots a three and hits it. 24-14. Magic lead with 4:54 left in the first. AB brings the ball past the timeline. Over to Paolo. Desmond's trying to screen. Paolo uses it. Now he's just backing down his guy over to AB. Bullet pass. Oh, AB hits another. AB here to play. He might have to play big minutes if they're not going to trust Tyus or Jace. Then it's going to have to be him. Oh, Goga committed. So LaMelo was able to get the ball to their center. And after Goga did recover, he still was able to get it to go. So 27-16. AB with another three. Oh, I was going to heat check. It's a 27-16. 4 minutes left in the first. Charlotte's running and an easy alley-oop. Diabate. Timeout called on the floor. 27-18. Magic lead. AB came to play today, and my word for AB at the beginning of the season was aggression. All I was looking for him was to be aggressive constantly and all the time. So even last game where he shot 3 of 10, I'm fine with it. 3 of 10. Like obviously we wanted to shoot better, but overall I think it's going to be better for the team if AB is aggressive, especially if he's going to end up being the number one guy off the bench for us. Obviously, we're hoping when Mo comes back, he's able to fit like a glove as if he'd never left and just be scoring for us. But we know that that's likely not going to happen just because he's going to ease in like a regular. Anytime somebody has such a long layoff, they need to normally ease into action. So AB and Tristan are the engines basically that make that second unit go, especially with Tyus not really performing all that well. So I think that's going to be kind of the burden that AB is going to have to bear right now. And it looks like, at least from the beginning of this game, that playing with the starters is suiting him. So I think he's done pretty well so far. We'll see if Goga has been playing his role pretty much this year as well. Like he's the backup center. Wendell's still playing a lot of minutes, even though he hasn't been performing as well. Especially even last game where he was kind of getting pushed around on the offensive boards and he wasn't able to secure the rebounds. Surprised they didn't bring Goga in a little earlier just to try to mitigate that a little bit. Now I also wouldn't mind if one of our guys gave a little four on shiver to anybody on Detroit or really any of these teams because right now it almost feels like there's just no activity, no aggression, no anything when it comes to our defense right now. And hopefully they'll be able to start to have a little bit more of that there. I am doing the game live. Unfortunately, I'm having a couple internet issues at times, so it's kind of coming and going. But yes, that is what I'm doing. I'm doing the game live. Anytime they come back, for some reason, I have an issue. Oh, Kendra's corner. All right, so Tyus. Okay, so they brought Tyus in. So Jay still isn't getting his opportunity just as of yet. So it's Paolo and Franz. Paolo drives, and he's gonna get the foul on. Looks like Diabate. So Paolo's getting to the line. That's something that that's hasn't been an issue. Like he's definitely continuing to get to the line, and he just needs to hit them again. Like he was on fire those first few games, but in the end, he at least not in the end, but in the last couple, he's really struggled. So I don't know if it's a confidence issue with his jump shot because his jump shot isn't going well in the slightest right now. His 3-point shot, he's missing. He's also missing his free throws now. His mid range really hasn't been there all season so far, even including the preseason. I did a full breakdown of his preseason, and it just hasn't gone well. But he hits both of them there, which is great. So 29-18, 3:33 left in the first. Foul on the play. Again, another foul. I don't know if this is, again, we need to have that memo sent out to the referees to kind of say, let them play a little bit because right now the scoring is just insane. And really, I don't think these teams can keep this up all season long anyway, just because it'll exhaust them and there'll be way too many injuries. So we'll see how far this goes and for how long it can go. But I think we also need Tristan to play better defensively. Speak of the devil, gets a deflection there. Tried to post up Lamelo. Franz gets that. It's an interesting entry pass, but he got it from Paolo and was able to lay it in. 31-18. Offensive rebounds, just galore, unfortunately. 31-18. Magic lead. 3:06 left in the first. We get plenty of points in the paint, so it's that's not going to be an issue, right? Like we've last year we scored in the paint. This year we've scored in the paint. It's That's not the issue. The issue is the math. And if the other team is shooting threes, we have to shoot threes as well, which is something we haven't really been doing. All right, Lamelo off the screen, good action. They have a good switch off. Oh, Lamelo wide open after the blow by Franz. You see how just a little bit of penetration can really make a defense's head. All of the heads have to be on a swivel, basically. We need a little bit more of that on our offensive end. 31-21, 2:38. Franz, little, whoa. Good job of getting the offensive rebound. Tristan fouled on the play. So it was a good offensive rebound by Wendell. Like last game was just it was just a challenge for him, and he has a bunch of big bodies on that team. This one they really only have their Diabate as well as the Kalkbrenner, the rookie. So we shouldn't have he shouldn't get pushed around as much in this game. So let's hope that that is the case. But Tristan getting to the line, not something he does very often. Hits the first, and as he waits, it's a good offensive quarter. The Magic have been able to score offensively. That's not well, not they don't score defensively normally, but they've been able to score. It's that's not the issue. The issue is the defense. We're scoring more than we did last year, which is still kind of in the lower part of the NBA as a whole because everybody wanted to play fast as well. Uh, doesn't look like my stream is working again. Okay, so Tristan hits that one. 33-21, 2:18 left in the first. Ooh, good contest by Wendell on that dunk attempt. Tyus gets blown by, and the guy just smoothly lays it in. So 33-23, 2 minutes left in the first. Wendell hits the three. He was perfect from three last game, so he's in a bit of a hot streak. So let's hope that that's something that can continue because right now we need anybody shooting threes. Like that is what we need. As I mentioned it in my video of whether we should panic or not, we just need guys to shoot threes. A little too far of a drop, and then he still is not able to get the rebound by Wendell. Foul call. 36-23, 137 left in the game. He hits his free throw. It's 36-24. 137 left in the first. JI in the game. All right. So JI is getting a bit of run. They gave Noah a little bit of time earlier on. So maybe they're going to use all 14 in this one. Tyus misses his three. Unfortunately, Tyus just hasn't been hitting his threes. He's got the one, which happened last game, but 6 games into the season right now, and you only have 1 3 made. That's not great. And this is the issue here. Him just getting not lost necessarily on defense, just getting taken advantage of. Having a bit of technical difficulty again. It was working pretty well, so that's why I'm decided to continue. But frustrating for you guys and for myself to continue if it's not working well enough. But luckily, there's enough foul calls over the course of games now that I'm normally able to catch up pretty quickly because of how many fouls are being called over the course of the games. But so far, very positive. Very positive. Again, we played well at the beginning of last game and last couple of games, so we'll see if we're able to continue that. Where were we? Missed on there, missed there. They made that one, yeah. So that was on Tyus there. All right, catching up. 36-27, 102 left in the first. Tyus over to JI for the three. Ooh, rims out. Oh, foul called on the offensive rebound by Wendell. Makes the first. Makes the second. So it's 38-27, 46 seconds left in the first. Franz on LaMelo. Normally, Franz is having to play the point guards lately just to add a little bit of size to try to slow them down. And he's done. Oh, that one got lucky. He's been doing a pretty good job of that. So LaMelo's able to get the ball to go. 37, or sorry, 38-29 with 20 seconds left in the first. Tyus at the top. Franz over in the wing. Drives on his guy. Kind of lofts it up. Misses that one. Oh, good read by Tristan. Was able to tip the pass to ensure that there isn't a fast break, so the Magic will be able to set their defense. So they're 38-29 with 7 seconds left. They're just the rotations right now are just interesting. Huh? They're just taking guys in and out. Wendell's come in and out twice. What's going to take forever? Let's see. 5 seconds left. Sexton just drives right past, and they're gonna call a foul. Oh, Tristan had the block. Fortunately, Ji came over and they ended up calling him for the foul. The two free throws. So again, it's a lot of the times it's free throws. I think that's another one of the reasons the NBA has such high scoring right now. It's a lot of free throws, free throws, free throws, free throws. Guys are just, they have an extra. The teams have an extra 10 to 15 points on free throws right now because if they make them, like the Magic, a lot of the times we don't make them necessarily, so that's a bit unfortunate when we take so many free throws. But now we are hopefully going to do better at that moving forward. All right, so yeah, make sure that it is on your end looking the same. So to recap the first stat wise, in 9 minutes of action, Franz has 11 points on 4 of 7 shooting. I love that he is the guy who's shooting the most. Him or Paulo should be the one shooting the most shots. It should be 1 and 2 in whatever order. It doesn't really matter. It should be 1 and 2. Desmond only has 1 shot so far. I wonder if they've asked him to tone it down a little bit because at this point in all the other games, he would have had 6, 7 shots up as well. He needs to be the one to space the floor. I don't want him to be only a spot up shooter. He can be a secondary ball handler, but really, this is Franz and Paolo's team, and they need to be the ones with the ball in their hands most of the time. So Franz, 4 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from three, hit both his free throws, which is great, and no other stats really other than that. Paolo, 4 points on 1 of 2 shooting, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, which is basically what happened at the beginning of the last game, 1 steal. Wendell Carter Jr., 7 points, perfect from the field, 3 offensive rebounds. That's all for him. Desmond, no points, 1 rebound, 2 assists on 1 shot, which isn't a three. AB, 4 of 6 from the field for 10 points, 2 of 3 from the 3 point line, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 block. Goga has his tip in points, so 1 of 1 with 1 offensive rebound. Noah, 1 of 1 with a defensive rebound. Tyus in the game, 0 of 1. He missed his 1 3-pointer. Tristan, 2 has 2 points, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 steal. And Jonathan Isaac, 0 of 1 with his missed 3-pointer and his 1 assist to round out the scoring so far for the Orlando Magic. So to recap that first quarter, really good. We're really happy, I would say. 38-31, 11:48 left in the second quarter. No, a pretty good D, but better offense by, I think that's Miles Bridges. So we have Tyus, Tristan, J.I., Franz and Noah. That's an interesting five. So it looks like JI is the backup five right now. And Tyus is able to get that floater to go. We need something offensively from Tyus. He's already given up 4 or 6 points. So any points we're able to get from Tyus will be beneficial. A missed three from them on their end, 40 to 33, 11:07 left in the second. France with the ball at the point. Corner three from Tristan, missed it, but Tristan has been shooting the three very well this year. So keep on shooting, baby. JI with the block, but an offensive rebound again, and they were able to get it in. Noah over to Tyus. Tyus at top. Kristen, nice cut. Oh, he just missed it. Nice cut for a mid-range jumper and missed it. Tyus with a mismatch. JI comes over, another block. All right, maybe we found JI's role. Tristan over to Franz. Over there we go. Tristan hit this one. Boom! Wide open in the corner. He hits that three. Tristan's been hitting them this year. Tristan and AB have been shooting pretty well this year. So 43-35. Whoops. Turnover by Charlotte. Tristan, wing three this time. Missed that one. Yeah, he hits it better from the corner. Anything above the break, he doesn't go as well typically. But he can hit them, of course, and he needs to continue to diversify his 3-point diet. Now they got the mismatch on Tyus. Oh, nice steal by Tristan. It's going to get it in. No, that's a travel, but they didn't call it. You got to love that. That's something that I was mentioning in one of my other game commentaries was that to be six man of the year, normally you got to fill up the stat sheet at least a little bit and not just be a scorer. And Tristan really at this point this year has mostly been just a scorer since he hasn't been given ball handling responsibilities in the second unit, which is something that I mentioned that I think should happen more often since he's basically a spot up shooter at this point. And it's hard for him to get rebounds. It's hard for him to get assists because he doesn't have the ball in his hands and he's all over in the corner or deep in the 3-point line, defensively or offensively. So he's not really able to grab that many rebounds. So it's good to see that already in this first game, or in this, let's say, let's say we don't count the first 5 games of the season, and this is the season premiere, like it's a movie or like it's a TV show. This is the beginning of the season. Right now, we see he's starting to put together some different counting stats because that's the thing that was going to hurt his candidacy for the sixth man of the year award is just that he was just a scorer and he really didn't have many rebounds. He didn't have many assists, didn't have many steals, but already in this game, 2 steals. He's hitting his threes again. He's 1 of 3 from three, but again, he needs to continue to shoot. So I love AB. I love Tristan shooting threes. Franz is shooting them well, and if he's being selective and shooting them with confidence, and if he's shooting them within the flow of the offense, then hey, keep on shooting, Franz. Yeah, you were shooting them last year so much when you weren't able to hit them, and this year he's being a bit more selective again, which is great. But I think our offense just will lend itself to having open shots for Franz and Paulo, and that's something that's happened a lot in the first 5 games or so. Paulo will end up in the corner and be in a catch and shoot three situation, which is not something it seems that he's very comfortable with, at least because he's not hitting his shots. Like a lot of other guys, as we saw earlier with Tristan, when they're in the corner, even if there's a guy kind of in their face, they're happy to shoot that corner three, and normally they're able to hit it. So let's hope that this continues for the Orlando Magic, continuing to shoot threes. They need to shoot threes. That's the big thing that I talk about, and I'm a bit of a broken record if you've listened to any of these other commentaries. It's they need to shoot threes. Yes, they want to make threes, of course, but they just need to shoot threes. So that's been a bit of my frustration with Desmond so far this year. I don't want him to just be a spot up shooter, but he needs to be the spacer on this team. That's why we got him, to be the spacer. For him to drive and hit 2 pointers, that's very much like what KCP was doing last year. And that's not as helpful because at least KCP was better on defense and Desmond is not. So we need that advantage when it comes to getting the extra point from his shots. So 35, oh sorry, 45-35 Magic lead, almost a steal by JI. 9:19 left in the half. Good job by Tristan to poke the ball away. Can nipple to Kalkbrenner and is able to get that one to go over Noah. It was a scramble play on defense, and they were able to get it to their big guy in the end. I love how JI is playing. It's great. If they found his niche, then that's great. Franz with the ball over the wing, over to Tyus at the top. 6 left in the shot clock. Not a great possession. Tyus shooting for 3, misses it. Bridges brings the ball up for the Hornets. No one really stops ball. JI with another block. And that's a little bit of what I was talking about. Franz, able to hit that finger roll over Kalkbrenner in transition. Hey, Jay, I got another one, I think, and on that dunk attempt. And they're going the other way with a offensive foul or a foul on the offensive rebound attempt. Yeah, I wonder if Ji is going to be winded. Jay is like, I haven't been playing at all, and now you got me out here being the center. Great job by Ji. That's what we need, really. We need to be blocking shots again. We need to be turning people over. So this has been the first game in a while that we've been getting turnovers. It's not the NFL, but it's basically like the NFL and takeaways and giveaways and all that discussion about turnovers. But they obviously have a lot less possessions than we do in the NBA. But it's just it's been crazy how few turnovers the Magic have oh been getting. Goga misses that. Nice. Franz get that offensive rebound and cleans it up. 39-37, 7:53 left in the first half. Good D by Tristan. No, guy gets past Desmond over in the corner. Oof. Way too easy. Takes a dribble and is able to hit that three. It's a good misdirect by them. So it wasn't only on the Magic defense, but it is a bit frustrating. Paolo just takes it right in, hits the little mid range bunny. Nice to see Paolo continuing to be aggressive. Attacking the closeout. Another block. This one by Goga. It's a Desmond ahead of the field, able to get another layup. I think this is what everybody thought of when they thought of the Magic offense. It was defense leading to offense and converting. So far, so good. 53-40, 6:53 left in the first half. Ooh, that was a bad gamble by Tristan in that he thought that it was going to be a pass that was going to be a direct pass, and instead he bounced past it to the guy. Tristan was out of position, and then after that, everything happened, and they were able to get a foul and a two. So this is their rookie, Kalkbrenner. It was funny how many people were during the draft just mentioning like, "Oh, Charlotte doesn't have a center, doesn't have a center." I'm like, "Well, this kid isn't that bad. I think he's going to be a pretty serviceable NBA player for years to come. He'll be like one of those Plumlees that have been in the NBA forever and ever." He finishes the 3-point play, back to a 10-point lead for the Magic, 53-43, 6:35 left in the half. Paolo going one on one. Turn around, misses it. The mid range just isn't kind to Paolo right now. LaMelo against Desmond, able to just with ease get it 2 points driving there. So back down to an 8 point lead, 53-45, 6:10 left in the first half. Desmond being shifty. They're going to call an offensive foul using his offhand. It's kind of stuff that that Desmond needs to do. He needs to be shifty. He needs to be shifty because of his lack of wingspan. Oh yeah, he definitely went back up against Lamelo. So Tristan's out. Noah's getting a lot of run so far. Magic only 3 turnovers so far. Three, 3 turnovers so far. That's incredible. Can't leave guys wide open. Noah, oh, airballs that three. The other team, Goga's able to get the rebound. Out to AB. AB to Desmond. And the wing. Goga comes out to set a screen. He does. He rolls. Paolo over to AB. AB tries to drive on two guys. And the foul. Get it, AB. So if there's anything that's happened in the first 5 games, it's great to see Tristan and AB have really taken on that responsibility of being the scorers for the bench unit. So that's been a positive, right? It's not always a negative. 56-45 with 5:28 left in the first half. LaMelo ball up top over to Kalkbrenner. Goga's trying to pressure the ball. That's great. More pressure. LaMelo, Desmond keeps getting stuck on LaMelo. Little step back, and luckily LaMelo's missing today. Paolo with a rebound. Stutter steps. Goga, Euro Goga hits the three. Get it, Goga. I always love how he kind of smirks. All right, 49-45, 4:53 left in the first half. Who is 33 for them? McNeely. Good on McNeely. That was a good pass for McNeely. He gets the and one opportunity over Paulo. So getting a little bit more out of everybody, which I think is all that we need to get, really. Like I wouldn't say the Magic have played at like 80% intensity at all. I think they've played with intensity, but there were a few games there that were just kind of boring in that they weren't getting steals. They weren't doing much defensively. So we'll see how the rest of the season goes, of course. Paolo one-on-one with Cockbrenner, fadeaway, mid-range shot, missed it. He needs to be relentless and continue to drive. LaMelo against Noah, a lot of little stutter steps, and he's able to get it to go over Noah. Desmond at the top. Goga, woo! Goga. It was a pick and roll with Goga, and Desmond just kind of threw it a little too hard. Goga wasn't expecting it. I think Goga expected him to put that one up, probably because that's what Bain has done so far. He's just continued to do most of the initiating of the offense and just shooting for himself. So lead is back down to 10, and now that's another turnover for us. But luckily, the Magic have kept it to a reasonable amount in this game. Hopefully, we don't get to 20 as we have had multiple times this year. 59-49, 4:04 left in the first. Defense again. Okay, they're calling a foul. I was gonna say, great job. These guys are attacking. We got to get a win. We got to get a win. So I think they all sense that they know that they have to get better on all the little things like this. Good job, AB. Poking the ball away from Sexton. Charles Lee gets a technical foul. He's like, let me talk to you for a second. He's trying to talk to the referee. The referee's like, I got other things to worry about. Desmond hits the free throw, increasing the lead back up to 11, 60-49. the way the Magic have played in this game, again, I think it's great. They added an extra person to the rotation. And I think that that's a wonderful thing. Like, if we're going to play fast, we need to play more guys. That's something that has been discussed. Playing 11 guys, 11, 12 guys, even if we need to, if we're trying to be more like Oklahoma City. Ooh, AB with another three and one. AB coming out to play. Yeah, if we're trying to be like Oklahoma City, and that's what we saw last year from Oklahoma City, right? They played 12, 13 guys. Like, they were in a full rotation at all times with 12. So if that's what we're trying to emulate, that's what we need to do. So it's good to see that we found time for JI, and it looks like they might be cutting a little bit of Wendell's minutes because Goga had an extended period so far here as well. Let's see if AB is able to hit that one for a 4-point play. So that's great. 64-50, excuse me, 64-49, 3:42 left in the first half. Magic up by 15. LaMelo gets past AB. Goga is just not able to get there. I talked about it in the last play-by-play that Goga is just a little bit slow, weirdly, on this drives or on the drives, and he's just missing them by a whisker. Basically, like, you see he's there and he wants to be able to block the shots. Of course, he just, for whatever reason, is just a fingertip too slow right now to getting them. Good attack by Noah, and he gets the foul call. So that puts him to the line because, just like always, the Magic are in the bonus. Hit these free throws though. Boom. I wonder what Noah's going to be more, or like in a couple of years. I wonder what Noah is going to be playing like. Especially, he's got to get that 3-point shot. If you looked at if you watched the player profile I made for Noah, it's really a time for him to be hitting the 3 pointers, and that's what he needs more than anything is work on his 3-point shot. His body will come just because he's a young guy, and the NBA will. It was a nice move. The NBA will, lean him out just because that's just the reality of what'll happen. So, nice move by the Hornet to get the 2 over Noah. Paolo shoots for 3 and hits it, rattles it home. All right, let's get that average over 20%. Let's get it. 9 points for Paolo so far, and an efficient 3 of 6 shooting. That's good. Colin Sexton over a B. Another rebound for Paolo. Paolo's been rebounding so well this year. There's been a lot of positives that have come out. A lot of negatives, but some positives that have come out of the beginning of the season so far. So Desmond with a mid range missed it. Goga is unable to get the offensive rebound. AB tries to get the steal, so now he's on the hip of LaMelo. Goga comes up to stop ball, and Diabate gets the easy alley oop behind Goga. So Desmond comes off the screen there. Desmond ends up being called for a foul. Well, coming off a screen, LaMelo read it and tried to jump in front, and that's the call. We'll see if they review it. With 2 minutes left in the first half, the Magic are up by 13, 68-55. It is a challenge. I think the last game they were able to overturn a call, the Magic were, that Paolo ran into, I think it was Holland, and they basically said that the defender didn't give Paolo enough time to be able to avoid him. So we'll see if that's something that they will call in this instance. Normally, Desmond's having to be that person that is having to throw elbows and throw shoulders and use his off arm a lot when he's driving because of his lack of wingspan. So we'll see if they show him kind of hitting a little bit of a shoulder on there. But if we look real quick at the stats, AB's leading the Magic right now with 16 points, Franz with 15, Paolo with 9, Wendell Carter with 7, Same thing for Tristan. So very balanced scoring. We've got one, two, three, four, five. How many guys have already seen the action? Three, six, nine, 10 guys have already seen action. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. Yep, 10. So we really haven't been going deep enough into our bench. I was mistaken, really. We're at 10 guys. We really should be trying to find more time to get Jet in the game or to get Jace into the game because it's just going to help give guys a breather. And I don't think the defensive issues have been because of our offense. I truly don't. At least not all of it is on our offense. It's really just an effort. Like it just you can see it. Not again. Not that they're playing at 80% effort at all. It's just they're not playing anywhere near the defense that they played last year, and hopefully we're able to get that back up. Question is how how are they such a hopeless franchise? And they're saying unlucky with the draft and with injuries. What in the? Never mind. So yes. Oops. Sorry, fell behind at this point. Where are we now? Okay. So Franz back on the court. It's good to see that Franz was able to play. So whatever was bothering him, hopefully that isn't going to continue and not be a nagging thing all year because we want him to be able to run. And it's a foot issue. It will be a pain in the neck for him or a pain in the foot all season. Good job on D. So, yeah. So we lost the challenge. So it's 68-55, 148 left in the first half. The Hornets inbound the ball. 7 left in the shot clock. Crossover on Paolo. Number 23 is a shifty little guy. Offensive rebound goes out of bounds. Magic ball. Magic shooting 59% from the field in this one. Again, it hasn't been the offense. The offense is working. It could work better, but it's working. I think they just needed to reconfigure a little bit. So Desmond up at top, Paolo with the ball, a brush screen there. Paolo, good job, Paolo, giving it up instead of shooting an off balance mid range fadeaway. Oh, when my feed froze again. Come on. Suspense. The suspense for myself to watch Franz load up and B again. He's doing a great job of playing offense within the or shooting within the offense as opposed to shooting off the dribble with a contested with a it being contested. Okay, here we go. I'm back. That goes. It looks like Franz hits it. Oh, yep. Franz did hit it. All right. So 71-55, 112 left in the first half. To Sexton on Desmond. Whoop. That's definitely an offensive foul on number 23. Ah, man. It's one of the mans. He's a real strong guy. Was able to push Paulo. 102 left in the first half. 71-55 Magic. You have Ji. Sorry, but you got to let Ji shoot. There's an air ball by AB on that one. That was messed up. Ji was by himself over in the right corner. Desmond looked at him and then didn't pass it and passed it to the other side where AB airballed the ball. So Colin Sexton throws it out to the corner where LaMelo is. Ji's on him there, passes it out. Man misses a three, gets the offensive rebound over to Sexton with AB on him on the left corner. Sexton is able to get it to go and the foul. It's been interesting the way some of these guys have been driving because they'll drive and again everybody's smart, and this is, I guess, why there are so many foul calls now. Everyone's playing the angles and making sure that no matter what AB did there, that Sexton was going to get a foul call. So he gets the and one opportunity and is able to hit it. So 20 seconds left in the first half. Yep, in the first half, 71-58. 15 seconds left. Paolo with the ball at the top. Out there, passes it out to Ji. Good pass. Oh, Ji, so close. Ji is so close. He's not. Oh, Desmond. So we got an offensive rebound after Ji's miss. Desmond was able to shoot the shot at the buzzer, falling away. Was unable to get that one to go. So Magic lead by 13 after the first half. Great to see. That's something that we've been hoping to see most of the season so far. So it's great. We got to get our first road win. That was the only thing that was kind of worrying me when we were talking about how many wins the Magic were going to have this season was whether they're going to be able to win on the road and win on the road consistently. And after the first two games, it was pretty daunting, but we'll see. We're playing a team that is not as talented as the other teams that we've played so far. So hopefully we're going to be able to get this one in the win column and just keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it going, keep improving. So far, just that little reconfiguration, I feel, and I don't know if that's something that has been discussed by the team as a whole, but I'm sure there had to been a lot of discussions, especially with so many expectations and already everybody looking so frustrated when you see them in media availability that they had to have talked about it. And it seems that Desmond hasn't been initiating as much offense and definitely hasn't been shooting as much as he has been in the first 5 games. So hope that might be the reason why things feel a little bit different and it feels a little bit more like Magic basketball. And hopefully Desmond is able to start shooting threes and hitting threes because again, that's why we got him. He's a good guy, great teammate, able to be a secondary ball handler and do so many positive things. He has to be able to shoot threes. That is why we got him. It's the same thing we said with KCP all of last year. So hopefully that's the case. So to recap the stats from the first half, leading the team once again in the first half is Franz Wagner with 18 points in 17 minutes, shooting 7 of 10. It's a good, efficient game from Franz. 2 of 3 from three. He can really start to increase his 3-point shots. Just he seems to be doing it again in the flow of offense, in the flow of the offense. So hopefully he just continues to work on that over the course of the season and he can go back up to shooting 7, 6, 7, 8 3-point shots because that's where Desmond should be. So if Desmond's not going to be it, we need somebody to do it, and that could be Franz. His both of his free throws, which should be helping his average because he's much lower this year than he typically is. So that's been a bit odd in the early part of the season, but plenty of time to get that back. 3 rebounds, 1 assist for Franz. So 18, 3 and 1 for Franz. Paulo with 9 points in the first half, working on a double double. He might have actually a triple double alert for Paulo. He has 9 points in his 17 minutes of action, 3 of 6 from the field. He missed a few of those turnaround mid ranges, and that's again something that I've been talking about in his player profile. If you check the YouTube channel, His player profile was the mid-range shots. He needs to continue to be relentless. That was my word for the beginning of the year for Paolo, was for him to be relentless, to continue to drive and just take advantage of all his physical skills. Now, he doesn't seem to have as much lift on his shot, so a lot of his layups are just kind of off just because he's not getting, I think, as high as he normally does, but for whatever reason, he's been missing a lot of bunnies up close, and his mid range isn't really there at all right now. So hopefully that will come over with time and he's able to continue to be healthy because, this is, he missed, he only played 5 games and missed a bunch last year. This is game 6. So far, so good on him being healthy. So Paulo, 3 of 6 efficient, which is what he needs because right now his numbers are not looking good overall. And we'd like for him to be in the All NBA conversations for the end of the season. 1 of 2 from the 3-point line, which is great to see as well. 2 of 4 from the free throw line, not as great, but 6 rebounds, 9 assists, and a steal. So he's already at 9 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists. So could be a triple double type of night for Paulo. Wendell Carter Jr., 7 points on perfect shooting from the field and the free throw line, pretty much what he had last game with 3 rebounds. And that's all for Wendell. But as you see, only 8 minutes of action. So it looks like they're tweaking some things in the rotations, and so far it's worked for the Magic so far in this game. Desmond Bain with 3 points only at the half in his 16 minutes of action. 1 of 4 from the field, 0 of 0 from three. That's what I'm talking about. He needs to shoot threes. 1 of 1 from the free throw line with that technical that he hit. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 turnovers, and that's partially why I was saying that maybe he shouldn't be our main initiator because he's been turning the ball over like crazy. Him and AB, to be honest, have been turning the ball over like crazy. So that's why last game it felt like he wasn't initiating as much offense, even though he did shoot a lot more. But good to see that he isn't shooting as much as he has in the first few games. So that's that for Desmond. Anthony Black, AB, 16 points in the first half, 6 of 9 shooting. I love the aggression. That was my word for AB, was aggression, was to continue to be aggressive all throughout the game, and already 9 shots taken. That's wonderful. He was 3 of 10 in yesterday's game, 1 of 6 from 3-point land. Keep on shooting. It's fine. Like we're gonna have ups and downs, but we need somebody to shoot, and AB's doing that. 3 of 5 from the 3-point line, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, which is key for him. That's great. 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 block with his turnover. With his turnover. Goga, 9 minutes of action. So actually, Goga and JI have played more than Wendell. Interesting. Good to see because it seems to be working. 6 points for Goga on 2 of 3 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3-point land. We got a little Eurobasket Goga. 1 of 1 from the free throw line. 2 rebounds and 1 block for Goga. Noah Penda, 10 minutes of action in the first half. So Noah's getting into the game, and we see he's doing some things. 3 points, 1 of 1 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, and effort. I guess if there's an effort line, that'd be a 1. Tyus Jones, 2 points. He basically, when he plays, he normally will hit at least 1 shot. So he's got his 1 shot so far. He's 0 for 2 from the field. He has 1 steal, no assists, no turnovers. So it seems even Tyus's action is just really to give a breather to other guys, and he may not get too much more action out there because he scored 2 points, but at least Terrence Mann, or whichever man is on the Charlotte Hornets right now, Mann was able to score at least 2 or 3 baskets on him. So not great for poor Tyus. And Tristan, also aggressive. Tristan's word was presence. He needs to continue to put an imprint in the game. They can't just kind of blend in with the background. That's not what we need from Tristan this year. And so far, in most of the games, there was really only that one game that he kind of just disappeared and didn't show up at all. I'm trying to remember which game that one was, but doesn't matter. Might have been the Sixers game, but that he didn't have any points, like anything of anything of anything. So it's good to see that Tristan, in his 9 minutes of action, has 7 points, 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from three. Keep on shooting, Tristan. Keep on shooting. 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 2 steals. So he has some counting stats, which is great. He's going to continue to need to have that. JI, in his 8 minutes and 51 seconds of action, ended up with no points. He's 0 of 2 with his 2 corner 3 misses. They're mostly halfway down too. It's a shame that his shot doesn't look bad. He's not missing as bad as some of the other Magic players have missed 3 pointers, and it's just not going in for him. But I think he's really close. So hopefully he gets more run over the course of the season, because we're gonna need, I think, his defense, and that was what I was talking about last game in the post game, was going to be a bit more JI. We need more JI because we need more defense. So we need some defense first guys to be playing, and if not, then we need all of our offense first players like Jet, Jace. We need them to be playing more instead of Noah, so that we can try to outscore guys. But so far so good for JI. eh, so far so okay for JI, with the no points on 0 of 2 from the field. But what he is bringing is the defense, and that's what we need. So he has 1 rebound, 1 assist, 3 blocks for JI, and that's exactly what we need. We need blocks, we need steals. We already have more steals. We have 5 steals already in the game. That's more than in some of the games we've had in general. Look at the turnovers. Turnovers, 5 turnovers in the first half. 5. That's great. For the Magic, that's again really all that we need to do is keep the turnovers to a minimum. We're not going to stop turning the ball over. We can't just change our stripes that quick. But if we can get 10 over the course of the entire game, our offense is going to score enough to be able to compete with anybody. Our defense needs to be better, of course, but you got to fix one thing at a time, really. Looking at the Hornets real quick, Knipple with 3, Bridges with 2, Ryan Kalkbrenner with 13 points. So he's been eating up our centers a little bit, but it's not really just because of switches. He ends up with a smaller man on him because the Magic are not expecting him to be the one to initiate or to get offense. And 6 of 6 from the field for him. So congratulations. Sion James with 2, LaMelo with 11 points, 6 assists. Colin Sexton off the bench with 8 points, Diabate with 10, and Treyman with 7, and Liam McNeely with 2. So they're shooting 50% from the field, 28% from 3. They have 26 rebounds, 13 assists. We have 16 assists. So we have 16 assists on 25 shots. That's great. We're shooting 56% from the field, 47% from 3. I've said it a million times. Just math doesn't work that way, in that the Magic aren't going to shoot worse than they did last year. So math doesn't work like that. They're going to shoot better this year. Just mathematically, regression to the mean, they're going to be better. And I said they were going to shoot 37% from 3, and I'm hoping they shoot more threes, really. So even if they shoot 34%, 35% as a team, I just want more shots up. 19 in the first half is good. To have about 38 over the course of a game would be great. They've shot okay free throws, 80% from the free throw line, 25. So we're getting out rebounded by 1, but we have more assists, we have more steals, more blocks, everything more, and more points. So that is good to see. So gotta be happy with that. What do you guys think? You guys think that they're gonna be able to keep this one going offensively? And how do you think their defense has been so far? Giving up over 50 points a game again is, it's one of those things that we have to start to really rework our minds and rework how we think of defense really right now in the NBA, as at least until the memo comes out from the NBA that tells the referees to let them put hands on each other and stop calling so many fouls. Until then, we have to rewire our brains and be like, oh wow, they gave up over 50 points in the first half. That's not Magic basketball. Technically, in the first 5 games, Magic Basketball has been giving up a whole bunch of points, but just in general in the NBA, everyone's scoring at such a high level that giving up 50 points is actually not too bad in the end. And as we see, we've scored so much. Like for us to have scored 71 points in the first half is just still like it. I mentioned in one of the other videos, it was after the preseason that I was like, it feels funny. Like it just feels weird to see the Magic at in the preseason score over 126 points per game. Like that just felt weird. So it in the end we see that it that was a little bit of fool's gold just because it's the preseason and I know deep in my heart not to get too invested on the in the preseason, but you know, you see all those fancy new things, everything's working out, everything's going well. So, you know, I kind of got my hopes up that Wendell Carter from the preseason was going to continue into the regular season, and that hasn't been the case. And some of the other positives that happened have not been things that have panned out for us so much in this first few games of the regular season, but still a lot of time to go. And that's something that I've been trying to impart on a lot of people that just relax. Like it's a long season. Will they win as many games as probably a lot of people expected? Likely not. All right, we've starting action in the third quarter here. 71-58. Paulo lost his guy, and luckily the pass was a little too high for the alley oop to be completed, and Paulo was able to recover. So Paulo goes one on one, jump passes, which that must. If you were a coach, I would hate it if I was a coach. Desmond is able to spin on Knipple, look like, and Kalkbrenner was a little too late to get that block, so it ends up being a goaltend. So 73-58, 15-point lead for the Magic. Too easy of that first penetration. They get a corner three. LaMelo misses another corner three. Paolo trying to rush, ball tipped out by Knipple. It's a part of that Duke brotherhood that they always talk about. Duke on Duke. There's a bunch of Duke on this team or on this court because even Wendell Carter is there as well. Paolo to Wendell Carter Jr. shoots to three. Kalkbrenner didn't even think about coming out on him, so he's got to continue to shoot. It's fine. Just shoot. 15-point lead for the Magic. Make that a 12-point lead. Miles Bridges felt wide open. Hits that three. 12-point lead for the Magic. 73-61. 10:42 left in the third quarter. Desmond gets to the free throw line. Hits a nice pull-up jumper. 75-61. 10:30 left in the first or in the third quarter. A B on Lamelo. Lamelo using that offhand. How they don't they call that? They call all these ticky tack fouls all the way all throughout the whole entire game, but he had literally had his arm out the whole entire time. Anyways, whatever. Desmond gets blocked again. A B for three. Oh, Desmond flies back in from out of bounds and gets the offensive rebound. Over to Paolo. Paolo jab steps, tries to get to the paint, and Wendell was out of bounds. He was trying to shoot a corner three and was out of bounds. Unfortunate break there. That's another one of those unforced turnovers, but we've been keeping our turnovers down. 6 turnovers. That's pretty good. LaMelo puts through the lane and again over Paolo. Miles Bridges hitting another three. Cuts the lead to 9. 9:35 left in the third. 75-66. A B at the top. He drives on Cookbrenner. No foul call. Maybe the memo came already at the half. Zion James almost he misses that one. He drives and misses it. A B to Franz. Waited too late to get him the ball. Opa. Desmond misses a mid-range jumper. It's gonna be a foul call on the Hornets. Trying a little bit of stuff. I'm superstitious, right? So normally I listen to the game, but I'm trying not to listen to the game and I have a different shirt on today. So being superstitious, trying to change the luck. Backdoor cut by Desmond and Wendell cut right behind him for a nice lefty slam. 77-66, 8:50 left in the third quarter. Great split of the D by LaMelo. That was a really good job by him. Wendell was coming to blitz him when there was the pick and roll, and LaMelo was able to just slice through that. LaMelo was a good player. A B switch. They're not even thinking of coming out on Wendell. Whoa. A B just throws it too far. LaMelo does these. LaMelo LaMelo throws these alley oops. So it was a turnover by AB, and LaMelo throws these lobs, but he throws them like from the 3 point line, and he just kind of like levitates it. He doesn't throw it right, so like the guy has to run underneath it and get to it. And Bain was able to come over and tip the ball away. So we got to watch out on our turnovers. We only turned the ball over a couple times, but AB turned the ball over, and now he's going to be able to. He gets a steal from Brenter. It's going to be hard to say that guy's name. And he's able to get the jam. He's upset because he should have gotten a foul call earlier when he drove into Kalkbrenner. Magic up again by 11. Nice crossover by LaMelo. Misses it. There's got to be some sort of offensive goaltending. So LaMelo missed it. Did a nice crossover on AB. Missed the basket. Then Miles Bridges tried to come in for a slam. Held on to the rim. The ball never went through the basket. AB drives super easy from the corner up into a nice reverse layup with the left hand. 81-63 Magic lead. 7:37 left in the third. Sion James turns the corner on Paolo. Oh, what a late foul call. Yeah, he turned the corner and was able to get the basket and on Paolo. So Paolo is not having the best defensive game, or at least not having the best defensive quarter, because Miles Bridges has hit a couple over him, and now so has Sion James for the two. So it's 81-70, Magic lead. 7:30 left in the third. Now, this is where I wonder where Franz goes. And I don't know if it's just schematically, but they don't seem to even get him involved in the slightest. Like, I haven't even seen him touch the ball this quarter, really, other than that one time AB hit him too late for him to try to shoot a three. Yeah, like Franz just stays in the corner, and Desmond gets the ball into Wendell. Nice little lefty floater. Magic are doing whatever they want on offense. 63-71. Brenner, Wendell giving him a little bit of space. Franz gets annihilated by Kalkbrenner on an offensive foul. Looks like there's a timeout on the floor. 6:59 left in the third. Magic up by 12. 83-71. It's good to see. What's good to see is that it's not even necessarily the offense playing as well as it is, but it's great always to see offense play well, because then that normally will help your defense and just make things easier on your defense. But it's great to see the defensive intensity. So how many steals do we have? We're at, it says 5 steals, but I'm I thought we were already at 5 steals at the half, but if not, then we got another steal there. AB being aggressive, 13 shots. AB is leading the team in shot attempts, and it's been really the Desmond and Wendell show so far in this third quarter. Both the guys have been getting a lot more active. Desmond with 8 shots now, so he has more than Paolo. 3 rebounds, 6 assists for Desmond, so that's good to see. But we might as well get Paolo that last assist so that he can at least have the assist and grab a couple more boards and get that triple double. That's gonna, again, we need to change the narrative on the team right now. So if anybody gets a triple double, great. If somebody can score 30, which is what Paolo did a couple nights ago, great. Like we need that kind of discussions as opposed to, oh, what's wrong with the Magic and why can't they play anymore, like what happened to their defense and all of that other. We don't want that, really. We want other happier discussions over the course of the season. So yeah, where are we now? Magic have led this whole entire game so far, so that's another thing that's they were leading the whole entire game against the Pistons until the Pistons just put it on them. The Magic led by what, 73-70 at one point in the third. So then after that, the Magic scored about 43 points the rest of the game, and the Pistons scored 66 points. So things can change. So the Magic have to continue to put the pressure on. Scoring leader, 37 points by Maxi a game. Giannis, 36. Shea, 34. Reeves, 34. Marketing, 34. Brunson, 31. Wimbanyama, 31. Crazy. This is crazy what's happening in the NBA right now. It's not, yeah. I'm an old man. I enjoy some defense. Oh, nice pass by Desmond. Franz unable to hit that three. But again, beautiful, happened right in the flow of the offense. And Colin Sexton's out of bounds. Magic dodge a bullet there. Again, keep shooting, Franz. Keep on shooting. We need 3-point shots. AB brings the ball up. Pick and roll with Paolo. Paolo backs it out to the 3-point line. Jab step. When tells Wendell to move. Desmond shoots a three. Ooh, in and out. Look at that. A 3-pointer from Desmond. That's nice. Miles Bridges out to Colin Sexton. There's definitely a foul. Desmond fouls the 3-point shot. It's not the first time. It's happened a couple times already this year. He had that big one against the Sixers. We'll see if Colin Sexton's able to trim into this lead. First free throws up and in. 83-72. Magic lead. 6:09 left in the third quarter. It's the second. I wonder how Colin Sexton feels about going from Utah to Chicago to Charlotte. This will probably be his 1 year in Charlotte, and unless things go super well, I think he's going to be going out as a free agent somewhere. There's a few teams that are going to have some cap space next year. We shall see. All right, he hits all three. 9-point lead for the Magic, 83-74. This is where the defense is going to have to start coming to play. Paolo turnover. My computer turnover. Hmm. Colin Sexton is able to get that one to go. 7 point lead for the Magic. 5:47 left in the game. Another. They keep dribbling into the second defender. Just always assume a second defender is coming. AB for three hits that one. Oh, what happened? They called the travel. That's true. If that's what they called. Another turnover though. Another turnover. Another turnover. Four already in the third quarter. All right, so Colin Sexton with the ball up top, gives it to James. Noah's switched off onto him. Mello tries to alley oop it, and it is tipped away by AB. AB's been intense all game, both ends of the court. Miles Bridges again takes it on Paulo, misses that one, but Kalkbrenner gets the rebound. We're real small, so he's by far the tallest guy on the court. AB over to Wendell, over to Tristan, back to AB, all happening on the top of the wing. AB cuts Wendell for three in the corner. Ooh, it goes in. It hits every part of the rim and eventually goes in. We needed that. 86-78. What is if I was the head coach of the Charlotte Hornets, my hair, I would just shave my head because the way LaMelo plays, like the pass that he just threw there was just another one of those little lofty passes that was picked, and the Magic are able to go in transition, and they were able to score a dunk by Paulo, so he gets over his 10 points there. We'll see if he's able to get these other assists. And oh, good job by Paulo, not just shooting it. Wendell probably shouldn't have shot the mid range just there, but I think they're having to keep Kalkbrenner honest. Oof, big three by Colin Sexton to cut the Magic lead down to 7. 88-81. 3:58 left in the third. I don't know. We'll see. Where are we now? It's all about the turnovers, as I talked about. It's like like I say, the NFL. It's obviously not the NFL, but takeaways and giveaways are just as important in the NBA. And as of a couple games ago, we were a negative 4.5 points per game on giveaways and takeaways. Like we were giving the ball away so much that the points off our turnovers were 4.5 points more than the points that we were able to have off of the turnovers from the other team. So it's, yeah, not very helpful for us to continue to give away the ball. And as we see there, it was what AB has two of those. That's the issue. Like, and that's why I was saying in my post game last time, or I think it was overreact. It was my video if whether we should overreact or relax on five different topics over the course of the first four games at the time, and I think we should overreact with AB in that he shouldn't be the primary ball handler anymore in any of our rotations. He should be a secondary ball handler, but he should be a 3/D guy, three cutter and D guy. That's basically what he should be at this point, and not really handling the ball because, as we see, he leads him and Bain lead the team with three turnovers. As I mentioned, it's just way too many turnovers by those guys, and it's really putting a hamper on our offense. And you see, we've kind of stalled a little bit on offense in this third quarter, mostly because of turnovers. If it wasn't for the turnovers, there's nothing Charlotte has been doing to slow us down. It's us hurting ourselves over and over and over and over and over again. That's where it gets frustrating. It's been good to see though that Paulo has been aggressive. Like he hasn't been shooting the ball, which is also good. He needs to drive the pass, and he's gonna get his guys. The guys are gonna be able to shoot. Nice pass over to Noah. Noah's doing a good job of attacking. He missed that one. Paulo just ricochets to Paulo in the corner, and he misses that three. Big rebound by James, I think, on Charlotte. 88-81, Magic lead. Knipple, deep three, misses that one. 3:22 left in the third quarter. 88-81, Magic lead. Paulo with the ball at the top. Takes on his guy. Tristan, deep three. That's probably not one that was perfectly within the offense. So you got to keep shooting. So I appreciate him shooting that shot. But Goga contests that one at the basket from Knipple, and Mello is just having an off game. LaMelo. I keep calling him Mello, I guess. Over to Tristan in the corner. That would have been turnover, Tristan. That would have been the shot for him to shoot. A nice quick corner three off of transition. That would have been perfect, but turnover instead. All right. JI is going to come in. Love it. I really hope he's not going to be cutting in too much into Goga's minutes because Goga's played well this year. It's Wendell that just hasn't played up nearly to the preseason that he had. LaMelo bobbles the ball, takes it at Franz. No spacing for them right now. So Franz has him. 5 left on the shot clock. LaMelo takes it to the basket and is able to get it right over Goga at the buzzer. It's so close. So close. I'm telling you, this is what I'm saying. Goga is just a microsecond too late. All right, 5-point lead. Only 5-point lead. 2:10 left in the third quarter. So the ball to Tyus. Paolo with a mismatch. Double team comes. Good job by LaMelo on defense to stop the ball was going around the horn, basically. So Franz was passing it to the corner, but didn't stop quick enough, and he ended up allowing enough time for LaMelo to get a hand on that. So 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Franz gonna attack. Alley oop to go. Oh, I guess it was defended well. Tyus is trying to play D, and they just go right over him and score easy over Tyus. 3-point lead, 88-85, as I talked about. 134 left in the third. As I mentioned, it's about our turnovers. It's about our turnovers. So Tristan, you're gonna call a foul finally, because there's been a couple times where some of our guys have been fouled. Fonz hit that one perfectly to Goga, and he missed that one earlier. Tristan is going to be at the line for more free throws. Tristan, not a thing Tristan normally does. Get that one in there. Love the imprint that he's putting into the game, though. Like, that's what we need. We need someone, anyone on the bench. And that's why Tristan was the one that I really was focused on to make an imprint. And whenever Jalen's not playing and AB or Tyus or whomever is starting, we need someone to constantly put pressure on the opposing team's bench by continuing to shoot, 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 and shoot, and shoot. Offensive foul by the Charlotte Hornets. 90-85. Magic lead by 5 with 118 left in the third. Magic have only scored 19 points in this quarter. So third quarter has actually probably been a bit of a, if you have to focus on one of the quarters, it's been a bit of a bugaboo for the Magic. Franz being guarded by Colin Sexton. Yeah, this guy literally has his hand. What? They're saying they're saying he was he- they were saying that he was over him, like he was over the half court, but he was probably 2 feet away from the half court line. Another foul. What in the what in the what? Stinks that we didn't have our challenge on that one, but what? Franz is like, huh? First of all, the guy had a handful of Franz's jersey. First of all, like a literal, you can see it right in front of the right in front of the freaking referee. Anyway, whatever. Let's move past. Move past. Tristan back at the line. More free throws for Tristan. More free throws. Oh, more on my technology. All right, Tristan hits the first. Back to a 6 point lead for the Magic. 55 seconds left in the third. Tristan's second one is up and good. Tristan with 11 points, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. 6 of 6 from the free throw line. 7 point lead for the Magic. Able to push that one back up, which is good right before the end of the third. 41 seconds left. 92-85. Colin Sexton blows by Tyus. Franz is able to use his long arms and get a steal there. That's something that doesn't feel as happened as often as did last year. So again, steals are something that we just need to get better at this year. And so far, so good this game. Tristan with the ball handling. I love it. I want Tristan with the ball. Picked it up too early. Over to J.I. Come on, baby. Hit one. Ooh, missed that one. To Tyus. Oop, is out of bounds. Offensive rebound out like a actually the way Colin Sexton is playing right now, like just with that frenetic energy, which is something we normally get from Jalen. When Jalen's not on the court, we just don't have that, and that's it's a good thing. It's actually a good thing overall because it really gives energy to the rest of the guys, and that's why we always call Jalen our heart, the heart of the team. All right, 6 seconds left. Ball into Franz. Nope, it's taking too long. Boom, not gonna count. Taking too long. It was a nice shot. He went, turned, fade away. They should check that though. We'll see. But doesn't look like it was on time. So the Magic stay in the lead by 7, 92-85. Magic outscored in that third quarter 27-21. But the Magic have not done a horrible job on defense in this game. 31 for in the first quarter for Charlotte, 27 in the second quarter, 27 in the third. So better, better. But yeah, this third quarter, man, 21 points. It's again, you can see it. It's off. It's all because of our turnovers. We had what, five at the half or five at the half. Now we have 11. So 6 turnovers in that third period. 6 turnovers in that third period, unfortunately. Well, Paulo, well, if we look at the, we look at the stats, Paulo could get a triple double: 11 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. So there's triple double watch for Paulo. 18 points is what Franz still has after 3 quarters. He had the same at the half: 18 points. 14 for Wendell, 7 for Desmond, 20 for AB, 6 for Goga, 3 for Noah, 2 for Tyus, 11 for Tristan, none for J.I. And same same story. Same story. Only we were able to not turn the ball over as much as we have, because really that has been our big bugaboo offensively, and it's our offense is playing better this year. We have played a better offense. It's been more fluid. It's maybe doesn't always fit our client, our personnel, but still, in the end, our team has definitely played much better on offense this year than they have at all last year. It's just our defense is so much worse that's the problem. Franz over to Tristan, who steps into a three. That one's short. Looks short from the beginning, but I love that he's shooting them. It's you want them to go in, but we need them to be shot. That's good. We didn't get a backbreaker. They missed one as well. Rebound JI over to Tyus, over to Tristan, who thought about shooting again. But I just love the imprint that he's putting. Tyus over to Wendell, back to Franz. Franz will shoot a three. Boom, being selected, baby, in the flow of the offense, hitting them threes. 10-point lead, 95-85, 11:07 left in the game. We need a win. We need to get this win. We can't take anybody for granted. Where's Tyus going? Tyus, they luck out there with a turnover from Charlotte. It stays 95-85. 10:51 left in the fourth. Let's get this second W so we can play that song. Franz. Ooh, almost. Franz was able to drive all the way into the lane, dump it off for Wendell. Wendell ends up getting fouled and will go to the line. At least Franz is starting to touch the ball now, which is a good thing. Far too often Franz isn't even in the play in the second halves of some of these games. So Wendell hits the first. Let's see if we're able to close this one out. 11-point lead. Second free throw up. Ooh, misses that one. 96-85. 10:36 left in the fourth. That clock can't go fast enough. JI playing against Bridges. Tyus. Yep, there you go. Good job, Franz. Franz was able to cut off the baseline drive and then the baseline pass over to the corner with a kickball out of bounds. We love the deflections. It's fine. We get to set our defense again. Missed three from Knipple, Kalkbrenner. It's going to be a foul on J.I. or Wendell. Oof, what an interesting rotation we're playing right now. We got J.I., Wendell, Tristan, Franz, and Tyus. We'll see how this goes or for how long they have this unit out. Franz is doing a good job of flailing his body a bit when they push off. So I don't know if I like that. I'm not a big fan of flopping. Franz is so long that he just flops and it just lasts forever. All right, Franz with the ball back to Tyus at the top of the key. Over to Franz. Calls JI over for the pick. Step back three for Franz. Ooh, almost goes in. JI is able to tip the ball out. It gets into the hands of Tyus, who hits a three. Remember him? He used to shoot 40% from three. Get it, Tyus. Yep. Treyman falls on his own. They didn't call a foul. Normally they call a foul on those. What happened? I'm guessing a foul call. 99 99-85. Magic lead by 14. That ballooned up nice and quick. That feels comfy. Right, trying to look to set up the stats for you guys. All right, so Franz with that three now is taking over the lead in points for the team, shooting 3 of 6 from three. We love it. We love it. 6 3-point shots. I love that. We need to have guys shooting threes. Sorry if I'm a broken record with that, but it is the way it is, and it's just amazing that we still as a team just don't shoot as many threes as we need to. Shooting 38% from three, 12 of 31. There's seven. Look at that. We're +5 on 3-point shots. That doesn't happen that much or that often. Other than that, pretty much everybody's the same. Paolo with 11, Wendell with 15, Desmond with 7, AB with 20, Goga has 6, Noah with 3, Tyus now with 5. 2 field goals we got in this game. 2. Gotta love it. He finally hit a 3. It's a second 3 with the Magic. 2 in a row, or 2 games in a row with a 3. And 1 of 5 from 3 for Tristan. But as I've said before, keep on shooting, Tristan. We need that space. We need that spacing. Hey, Will. What up? No problem. Nice to have you. Thanks for coming. So it seems like we have found an answer. The title of the the title of the video is "Can the Magic Find an Answer?" And so far, yeah, we have found an answer. So the schedule coming up now, not to get too excited because I got excited about the October schedule and that obviously bit me in the butt. But to look at it, we got this game. We got a Wizards team coming up. We've got an Atlanta team that might not have Trey Young. Now we'll see. The Magic haven't played well against teams that have been down key players. So we can't take any of these for granted. But the Magic could start to creep to get back to 500 and really start to build some momentum and stack wins. We'll see. How many seconds is 5 seconds, bro? Jeez Louise. All right, they finally called a 5 second call on the inbounds. The Magic are good at that. This is, I think, the third or fourth already in this season of them being able to cause a 5 second rule, a 5 second call of them not being able to get the ball in. So another turnover for the Magic, turning the ball over. Great. Paolo, my goodness. Yikes. Franz spins on LaMelo, who's back in the game with 4 personal fouls, just lets him go. Get it, JI. You dunk it. Don't give it to nobody else. But anyway, Franz took it to the basket, got attacked, no call. But Ji is able to pick off the pass and go in for the dunk. He deserves it. He should have gotten, because he could have given it to Franz, but it was good that Ji took it. Hopefully Franz would have given it back. Anyway, Trey Mann on AB, little shoulder. Nice move. Nice move. I look back at that Philadelphia game. I look back at the film, and AB did a really good job. I know the guys scored over him a lot, but he really did a pretty good job of trying to contain the guys as best as he could. It wasn't for a lack of trying. It wasn't like a real bad performance by him. Anyway, Ji in the corner for three, misses that one, but Tristan's able to get the rebound. We got plenty of time. Slow it down. Magic up 101-87. Tristan for three. Nails that one. What? Don't listen to me. Take our time. Just shoot when you want and hit the three. 104-87. Long three from Treyman. He misses it. Another counting stat for Tristan with a rebound. So the ball to Franz. Magic up by 17. 104-87 with 7:49 left in the game. Franz mid range. No foul again. Okay. Looked like he got hit. How was that not over the back? Anyway, 7:34 left in the fourth quarter. Excuse me. 104-87. LaMelo, was able to get that one to go, but then they're calling an offensive foul on the Hornets. It's not often that the Magic are behind the Hornets, or at least not in the last few years, them being behind the Hornets in the standings. So it's got to be a little bit weird for them to be clawing back to try to get to getting to pass the Charlotte Hornets. Good work. The Magic have turned the ball over. They've only turned the ball over 11 times, so they haven't turned the ball over here yet in the fourth quarter, which is, again, why their offense started to hum. Paolo with the ball. Ooh, hits a second three of the game. That's right. 20-point lead for the Magic, 107-87. They've they've caused 20 turnovers. This is the way the Magic played last year on the defensive end. Yeah, they're going to give up more points just because that's the way the NBA is right now, but they turned the ball over. They've done a great job of turning the Hornets over. Let's see if Desmond can hit one. Whee, air ball on that one. Hey, but we got an offensive rebound by Franz. Great job. Over to Wendell, who shoots a three. He misses. All right. We can kill a little more time, guys. It's fine. I know we're up by 17. Good block by AB, and he was able to get it. He was able to hit it off Cockbrenner. So Magic up by 17 with 6:23 left in the game. Yep, I guess I know which shirt I'm wearing next game, and I guess I'm not listening to Dante and Dante and JT. Unfortunately, love those guys. 107-90. This is the type of team. This is the type of performance the Magic have been expecting, or we've been expecting from the Magic all year. It's good to see. It's a great thing to see. I'm hoping the losses places our guys in the mentality of the game at a time. Quit listening to media and understanding we have a lot to prove and accomplish. We cannot overlook any team. 100%. Yeah, that's cool. Will, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It was my fault for wearing the black Magic jerseys. Now I'm gonna be wearing the black Magic T-shirt. Now I'm gonna be wearing the gray one. So maybe we'll take blame a little bit from each other. You take the blame a bit. I take the blame a bit. So from now on, the Magic are gonna be winning. That's definitely the case, and that's why I also didn't wanna sound like I was counting any wins in advance, right? We play Washington next. We play Atlanta with possibly no Trey Young. We play Boston after that in the Cup game, and they don't have Jason Tatum. So I'm not I'm not expecting any wins at this point. I learned my lesson at this point, especially with the way the Magic have played this year. Maybe they read too much and listened too much, and they thought that they were also going to be winning over way over 50 something games and making it to the conference finals and all of that other stuff. So hopefully they got their minds right. But as we see, forcing 20 turnovers, if you force 20 turnovers, you have a better chance of winning. If we would have, like, what was it? It wasn't the Pistons. Was it the business? No, it was one of these games that it was that we gave up or we only took 7 turnovers as a whole. 7 turnovers in the whole entire game we were able to force. Like that is just not Magic basketball because again, our superpower has always been taking the ball away from teams, not holding them field goal wise down. It was taking away 3 pointers as well as taking the ball away from them. That has always been our superpower and it just hasn't been there. But maybe this is just like a superhero movie, and all of a sudden, the super abilities come back at the end, and you're able to save the day. So hopefully, we just had a dark week, and the rest of the weeks are going to be much better. But you can just see the intensity much better today. Let's see if AB maybe 3 points away from possibly getting a career high. Ball to Desmond, to Paulo, back to Desmond, to AB, to Paulo at the top, behind the 3 point line. Get that extra. No, how are they not going to call a foul on that? Paulo, 14 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. We can't get this man an extra rebound. No, well, he did get fouled. Okay, I was about to say. Magic up by 17, 107-90, 6:05 left in the fourth. First free throw up, no good. He's got to get back to hitting. It's just shooting as a whole right now. Paolo's struggling, so you gotta work through it. You gotta work through this. Don't give him no chicken. They have the oh, you gave everybody Chick-fil-A. Still up by 17. 6 minutes left in the game. You gotta play better defense. That's the third or fourth one over Paolo in this game that Miles Bridges has hit a three. All right, down four. They're up by 14. Sorry. 5:45 left in the game. A B brings the ball up. There you go. Give it over to Desmond. Paolo. Here comes the double. The double wants to come. 4 seconds left. Desmond, another turnover. Traveling. As we saw, it's the turnovers. It's really going to be the only thing that's going to unravel us now by turning the ball over too often. That's how they got into the game in the third quarter. 107-93, 5:22 left in the fourth. Another 3-pointer for them goes down. Quick timeout. Was that Bridges again? It looked like 13 for some reason on the jersey. So Bridges with a couple 3-pointers cuts the lead to 11. 107-93. Row. How many Miles Bridges have now? 16. It's 4 of 5 from 3. Why isn't he just stationed out in the 3-point line? He's 2 of 9 inside the arc. Anywho, the Magic threw up a few too many 3-pointers, I think, in that last bit. Now, you might say, but Edwin, you've been saying that they need to shoot more 3-pointers. Yes, I want them to shoot more 3-pointers, but we got to again do it in the flow of offense. And so it was a bit chaotic there when there were a few offensive rebounds and they were able to get the ball around. So that's more than anything what I was talking about. That I wanted to make sure that they continued to shoot threes and continue to put pressure on them. But that's what it is. Oh yeah, I'm a superstitious dude. I'm all kinds of superstitious. Yeah, they're locked in. They're definitely locked in now. So that's great to see that the Magic are definitely locked in. Now they just need to make sure to lock in and not continue to turn the ball over because it's been a few games. All right, ball inbounds. Desmond's able to get his little floater to go. 109.96. 5 minutes left in the fourth. Alan Sexton gets it to Diabate against Wendell Carter Jr. Back to Diabate, and Wendell is able to get that one. A block. Nice. All right. Initiate, but pass, Desmond. Pass. There you go. Over to Wendell. Back to Franz. Look at Franz touching the ball in the fourth quarter. He has an advantage over Colin Sexton, unable to hit that mid range jumper. 109.96. LaMelo weaves around and just doesn't square up. I'm telling you, I could not watch this team 82 games a year. Bain with the ball at top. Passes it out. Wendell Carter Jr. in the corner for three. Hits that three. 112.96. Miles Bridges, not entirely sure what he was thinking on that one. Tried to kind of pull up and shoot a three, and he airballed it. Magic 26 assists on 40 made field goals this game. Great. It also helps when the shots go in. It's just going to help your numbers. So that's what really suffered last year. Our numbers were not great because our guys just couldn't shoot. But like I said, this year it's a different year. Desmond pick and roll with Paulo. Tried to jump. Good on Desmond. Passing it to Paulo. Come on, Paulo. Oh, mid-range jumper. Hey, he's able to get it to go. He's got to get those to start going. 114.96. 3:18 left in the game. Magic up by 18. AB. Quick hands. Franz gives it to Paulo. Look at the teammates. Sweet guy. He's just been stuck on 9 and 9 this whole entire game. Can't get a rebound. I mean that it's unlucky that the rebound gets to him. I'm not saying he's not getting rebounds because Paulo's been rebounding it a lot this season. LaMelo launches a deep three, misses another. Franz kind of throws a little bit of an elbow. He didn't box out Miles Bridges, so he just throws out his arm, gets the foul. 20-point lead for the Magic. We haven't really said that much. I don't think we said that at all this year. 116.96. 2:47 left in the fourth. And it's about the defense, as we've talked about. Because the Magic are going to score 120 likely at least, and that's fine. But just AB and his energy has been great. Good job. Good job by LaMelo to attack the closeout from AB, and AB just kind of grabs him. LaMelo went to the free throw line expecting to be in the bonus, but nope. That's just the way it's been all year. Everybody just assumes that they're in the bonus because there's been so many free throws shot. 116.96, 2:30 left in the fourth. Oof. Come on, Noah. We got to do a better job of defense on that. Knipple was able to blow past him there. Desmond brings the ball up. Looks like Franz's night is over. Up 20. Paulo dribbles a bit. Let's see if we can get Paulo that assist. Come on. Or he's just going to rise up and score. Magic up by 20 again. 2 minutes left in the fourth. LaMelo drives. Nice little alley oop to Kalkbrenner. Looks like Paolo's going to miss out on a triple double. He had like 9 assists forever. It stinks that he's not going to end up getting it. It's always a nice little achievement, especially after such a battle of a game for Paolo. 118, 100. Magic are gonna win this one. Next game is on Saturday. It feels like they have so many games. It's their fifth game already in 7 nights. We had that last year as well. We had always played more games than our opponents, but I don't know, it just feels a lot. I expect that they probably give us a lot on the front end just because we're going to be going to Europe and have those extra days off. So I'm assuming that that's what it is. So hopefully our guys are going to be able to continue to be fresh. I don't know if I've just become used to it, but it doesn't feel like the Magic are playing crazy up tempo anymore. So, especially with this game being 118, 100, this one feels like a game from last year. Just the Magic have a better offense, and they're the ones scoring 118 points. So it's great, great to see. Orlando Robinson getting his first action of the season. He's on one of our two-way contracts, so this is one of those active games that count because we only have 14 guys on the roster or 14 guaranteed contracts on the roster. We have to be really careful with how we use our two-way guys. We can't go overboard in case we have injuries at inopportune times. Tristan drives and he's able to get it to go. Another great game by Tristan. 120, 100. Magic lead by 20 with a minute 32 left in the game. Colin Sexton against Jace. Jace switches off onto McNeely. McNeely's able to get that one to go over him. Jace brings it up, passing to Orlando Robinson, who has a lot of NBA experience. So, Tristan just airmailed the pass to Orlando, and Colin Sexton just steps right in and hits the three to cut the lead to 15 with a minute two left in the fourth. 120, 105. Tristan for three. He gets that one back. He felt bad about giving that one up. It's that one. Tristan, just aggressive. I love that about him this year. McNeely drives the ball and Orlando Robinson fouls him. Stopping the clock with 45 seconds left. 123, 105. 18-point lead for the Orlando Magic, coasting to a victory in this one. It's the first free throw. And it's the second one. 16-point lead for the Magic. 123, 107. 41 seconds left in the fourth. On the Robinson to Jet. Hey, Jet's on the game. Get one of those threes up, Jet. Oh. Orlando Robinson matched up against Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton with a blocking foul on Orlando Robinson. Ooh, missed that three. 16-point lead, 11 seconds left in the game, and they're going to dribble it out. So the Magic are going to get victory number 2 this season. We love to see it. Love to see it. Hey, it's against the Hornets. Right now, the Magic have a worse record than the Hornets. So right now, we can't talk junk about any team right now. So next time we got to put the hard hats back on and we got to get another victory against the Wizards. And again, this is partially why we thought the Magic were going to get out to a pretty big start because we expected that we would be able to have beaten the Hawks and be able to have beaten the 76ers without Joel Embiid, be able to beat the Hawks without Kristaps Porzingis, be able to beat who else did we lose to? Pistons and so many losses now. I'm forgetting who we lost to. Isn't that crazy? So that's the wonderful thing about the NBA. The games just keep coming, and we're able to continue to play games. And no matter the losses, we're gonna come. So hopefully they don't get too excited about this victory. They should be excited because they were able to break the winning streak. But it's interesting because this winning streak, or this losing streak, excuse me, break the losing streak. This losing streak feels different than it did last year or the other years. Because last year, if you look back at our season, we had 4 times in the year where we had at least 4 game losing streaks. But then we also had 2 or 3 times in the year where we won 6 in a row. So it was a very streaky year last year due to injuries and all the other stuff that we know about. But it was good to get a victory. We needed to get a victory no matter who it was against, no matter how we did it. But we did it with our defense. It's only holding a team to 107 points in the NBA this season so far is actually a feat now, and we can see that this is how the Magic need to play. They need to play with that aggression. Hopefully, Jalen is healthy enough to continue to be that person and able to play like AB played in this game. AB played like a man possessed, and he did a much better job on defense. LaMelo didn't really have that many points, luckily. He was a bit off, like 8 of 19, so not that off, but he was off from 3, 1 of 9 from 3. So that really helped out the things for the Magic. They were pretty even on the Hornets for scoring 19, 17, 17, 16, 10. So they were pretty even for them. For us, 3 guys scored over 20 points again for I think the third or fourth time this year. So again, it's not our offense. Our offense can score enough. It's always going to be about our defense. Orlando Magic basketball is on the defensive end. So the horrible games that we've played without any energy or chutzpah or just like force we haven't played with in the past 5 games, other than the Miami game. The Miami game, I think we did. So the last 4 games, we really just were unable to muster that kind of energy at all times, and that's what was a bit disappointing overall for us because we wanted to continue to play faster and do all of that. And maybe the faster might have affected the defense, but I really don't think so, especially when you look at this game. It doesn't seem like that's the case. But I think opening up our bench a little bit more will really help out the team overall and give guys a little bit more ability to play as aggressive on the defensive end. So yeah. Um, yes, I agree with that. Yes, sir. Totally on point yet again, bro. Thanks for all you do. Big up. But out, considering the number Charlotte scored in prior games coming in, I'm very happy with the defense. Absolutely, and that's what I talked about at the beginning as well. Like, it was really a concerted effort, and we knew that they scored a lot. Now, I think it was against Brooklyn and a couple other teams, so their schedule hasn't been the hardest so far. But still, again, in the NBA, you can't take anyone for granted because even Charlotte screwed us 2 years ago. Us losing a game to Charlotte in Charlotte when we could have been a 3 seed or a 2 seed that year. And we ended up as the 5th seed, having to play Cleveland and then going to the 7 games. So never can take anybody for granted. So good win for the Magic in this one. I'm going to take a couple minutes. So I have a little bit of time. So I'll go get a drink, and then I'll do a post game show around 10 o'clock, just so that I can get all my thoughts together, look at the stats, look at what happened in the game, look at the numbers, check a little bit of video, whatever is able to be put out so far, and put together about a 15-20 minute post game just to kind of talk about all my thoughts on there. Just a preview of what you heard now, but I'll be doing a little bit more in depth one coming up in about 30 minutes. So I appreciate you, Will. Appreciate you for coming out. Appreciate you stopping by, checking these. The idea is to try to do these as often as I can. Most of the time I will for the foreseeable, probably until mid November for sure. I travel for a living, so it's difficult in some time zones. I'll be in Europe later on in the year. So anyway, we'll see what I can do, and maybe I'll just do them for the big games and maybe not every single game, but you don't know. Maybe I end up doing them for all games, but I really appreciate you guys spending a little bit of time talking Magic with me. So I hope you guys are having a great night and see you in the next one. See you on Saturday.